What's up, YouTube? This is Juggernaut44 coming back at you with some more reviews. Today I'm going to review for you the Wolverine story arc, Law of the Jungle. Um, it's a trade paperback. It's written by Frank Terry, art done by Sean Chen. Um, I don't know why they call it Law of the Jungle, because it's basically a mafia story starring Wolverine. So, um, yeah, that's that. Um, I'll give you some backstory. Frank Terry is one of my favorite writers. He's probably my second favorite writer. Um, when I first got back into comics, I started reading his Wolverine, and it was very good. And it's one of the reasons why I still am very much into comics to this day. Frank Terry has wrote a lot of good Wolverine stories. Like, he had a run 150 through 186. This is the last story arc of his run. Apparently, he's a big mob guy. He's got an Italian background. I believe he grew up in New York. And I guess going out, this being his last Wolverine story arc of his long run, he wanted to do one of his own mob stories. He said in an interview, this story is based on actual events, but he just changed the characters' names around and added Wolverine to it as a twist. So it's a story very near, dear, and close to his heart. And I gotta say, it's probably coming from real life events other than his imagination, because the story's not that good. Do not pick up Wolverine Law of the Jungle unless you are a big Wolverine completist fan. If you're a casual comic reader, this is not going to be for you. The art by Sean Chen is very good. You almost want to pick it up just for the art, not for the story. It's very good, very detailed pencils, very good facial reactions. But this is the only thing good about the book. Let's go through it. It starts with issue 181 with three mob guys. They're telling a story, and Wolverine's listening in at the bar, and Wolverine basically handles them. There's a lot of one-liners in this whole story arc, and that's really one of the good things that is good about this arc. It's not many. I guess the art and the Wolverine one-liners, those are the only thing good about this story. After that, it's issue 182, where Wolverine basically makes a deal with the mob bosses, talking about he's going to take out rival gangs or rival mobs. Good dialogue with that, I would have to say. But going on to issue 183, we got a good cover by Isad. What's his name? The dude's doing the cover. Isad T. Ribic. He's doing all the covers for the single issues. That's how I'm reading this. I didn't read the trade. I read them all single issue wise. And he's really looks like modeling the character after Clint Eastwood, I guess. Good covers. I'll tip my hat to that. In this issue, he's playing and executing off the rival mobs. Issue 184. See, this issue is the one that really frustrates me. I suppose Wolverine's made a choice that the current mob boss is too ruthless of a mob boss, but his predecessor is a better mob boss, so he chooses to save the predecessor, the second in command mob boss. And this I really disagree with, because I believe everybody in the mafia is making a bad choice, and I believe Wolverine would choose to kill everyone of them. I don't agree that he would save anyone and say, "Well, I'm gonna place you in charge because you're lesser of the evil." I believe everybody's gonna get sliced up. So I really believe this is out of character for Wolverine. Um, 185 basically sums up the issue. Um, Man, it's really anticlimactic. I don't agree with it at all. I'm sorry that Frank Terry had to write this. This is not a good Wolverine story for casual fans, casual comic book collectors, or wanting to get in. I would give it a 3 out of 10. I'm sorry, like. Wow. The only thing that's saving it is the one-liners, which is a given with Wolverine. Anybody can write Wolverine good, or well, I should put. And the art by Sean Chen. Um, Sean Chen was really the best of what this book had to offer. 186 was the controversial issue. It is an epilogue to the story, and arguably to Garth Ennis's story. Um, the way Frank Terry explains it is he was working on Wolverine about the same time Garth Ennis was working on his Punisher art, and the editors asked if he would allow Garth Ennis to have Wolverine show up in the book. I guess at the time they were more strict on Wolverine's appearances. This was the early 2000s. You know, it's kind of laughable now, but this is the way Frank Terry puts in an interview. And Frank Terry said, sure, Garth Ennis can can write Wolverine, have him guest star in the Punisher arc. Um, and he didn't really like the portrayal of Wolverine in that arc, issue 16 and 17 of that Punisher arc. In that arc, basically Wolverine gets his ass beat by the Punisher. He gets his face blown off, gets hit in the nuts with a baseball bat, and gets rolled over with a steamroller. And this is Frank Terry's answer to that issue. And in this issue, his answer is Wolverine kicks the Punisher's ass, and they have a revealing, humorous, exchange and reveal about the Punisher which makes no sense. Like I said, don't pick this up. You can skip this book. Yeah, I give it a 3 out of 10. I give it a 1 star out of 4 stars. Yeah,